If you are lost on your spiritual journey and you are needing guidance and direction, this video is going to be for you. Hello everyone, I am the Honest Hierophant, and in today's video we're doing a throwback topic of what your next spiritual quest is going to be, honestly. For the piles in today's video, we're not going with specific decks, but we do have different oracle cards picked out for you to choose from, alongside different crystals as well. For the first pile, we have It's Time to Celebrate with a purple amethyst crystal tower. The zodiacs associated with amethyst is Virgo, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. For pile number 2, we have the You Are Wanted card alongside a beautiful piece of clear quartz. The zodiac associated with clear quartz are all of the zodiacs. And then for pile number 3, we have the Be Still card with a juicy piece of Smoky Quartz beside it. And the zodiacs associated with Smoky Quartz is Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. If none of these zodiacs are part of your big 3, then more than likely you will fall in the category of pile number 2. But if none of these feel like they are associated with you, go back to, I believe it was the very first video on my channel for the pick of cards, and you'll find the other variant of what your next spiritual quest is, and maybe that video will resonate with you. The spiritual properties of each crystal will be down in the description if that helps you pick out your pile. And go ahead and choose your pile now, and we'll get straight into your reading. Hello my pile number ones, welcome into your section of the video. You have chosen the oracle card, It Is Time to Celebrate, alongside the amethyst. Welcome into your section of the video, so excited to get this reading underway. With this card, it also says underneath it, as kind of like a descriptor, cultivate an air of celebration today. We're going to dive deeper into this oracle card on what your next spiritual quest is going to be. To me, resonating with this card already, diving deeper into your energy, it does seem like you are on a bigger path, like a wider scaled path of something that you are currently working on, something that you are currently trying to bring to fruition, something that you are trying to make succeed, make happen. That is something special, pile number 1. I think reflecting back on your path without pulling any cards, I think you should definitely try and, be grateful for the path that you are on. Show gratitude. You are very special, and you should definitely give back to yourself. So let's go ahead and set this card over here. I'm not going to get into any energy read today. I'm just specifically going to try and do a reading based off this card here. And I'm going to do something that I feel like resonates with me a lot. And we'll try to do the readings this way moving forward. So let's take a deeper look by pulling some tarot cards of what this specifically means. What is the next spiritual quest for pile number 1? What is the main thing for pile number 1? Why are they needing to celebrate? Got the 6 of Cups. And we got another 6 card with the Lovers. All right. Very, very interesting energy. Okay. So, the energy that I'm feeling is that there is something that you maybe have been building along your spiritual path. I feel like you are pretty spiritual within itself, pile number 1. And I feel like you are doing spiritual things. I feel like you are doing things that you feel like might change your life, might change the world, might change whatever. Whatever that's in your life that you feel that needs a significant change might be included as well. And I feel like this is something that has been building, something that has been growing. And you have known things that you need to change in yourself. You know things that you need to really orchestrate better to improve the quality of how this path is proceeding. And within this next spiritual quest, I feel like you are giving back to yourself. I feel like it is time to celebrate, meaning that there is small victories that maybe you've neglected, that maybe you no longer see as victories. Maybe these things are very minimal to what your goal is actually shooting for. And you leave out gratitude. You leave out the love. You leave out the really inspiring journey that you're taking. You are not giving back to yourself in the way that you should. You are limiting how much you give back to yourself. And I feel like within this next spiritual quest that you're doing is you are trying to find that love and appreciation that you are looking for externally, internally. You're finding what it is within inside you to appreciate what you're doing, to appreciate yourself and your skills, and to really show the love that you need to show yourself to increase mental clarity, to increase motivation, to increase anything that can help you along this spiritual journey that you are taking, things that you are building. Let's take it a step further and ask the cards, why are you not showing this love to yourself? Why is pile number 1 not showing this love to themselves that they're supposed to? We got the Empress. I'm going to have to do this like this, I think. The Empress, the 7 of Wands, and the 2 of Swords. Alright, so I feel kind of the energy that maybe you don't give enough energy to yourself. Like everything's always projected out. You're always looking towards the future. You're always looking in advance. And you're not necessarily looking what's right in front of you. And maybe this is something that you have cultivated through your life. Maybe this is something that you have cultivated through your childhood. Maybe this has been passed down to you genetically. Maybe this is something that lives within inside your subconscious and not necessarily something that you proceed to look at on a day-to-day basis. This is just something that you know. This is something that is kind of like secondhand knowledge. I don't know if that's the right terminology, but that's what it kind of feels like. It's like you don't really know that you're doing it, but you're doing it, right? So I think realistically, like, you are not presenting yourself this energy because maybe you don't know how. Maybe this is how you've always been. This is a trait that you've always dealt with. And maybe you feel uncomfortable even doing it in the first place. Maybe you feel like it's not right. Maybe you have doubts that you should not be the one showing yourself this type of love or this type of support or this type of celebration. You're not showing yourself this because maybe other people that you know or other people that have taught you growing up has never done this for themselves either. Maybe you expect it from other people and not necessarily yourself because maybe their love and energy is greater than yours. How can pile number 1 change this element of themselves? How can they grow the love for themselves? Got the Wheel of Fortune. Got the 5 of Pentacles. Got the 5 of Wands. And lastly, we've got the 6 of Swords. Very interesting. I feel like there is going to be elements that you are put into, right? Maybe you are going to be guided into a direction of maybe like a breakup, or maybe you are guided in a direction of being, kind of in a more solitude state of mind where maybe people stop talking to you for a day. Maybe you're a type of person that, reaches out to a lot of people to make sure that you're, attracting conversations and making sure that you're not alone. And then maybe spirit puts you in a place where nobody responds to you. Maybe everybody's busy. Maybe the people that you're used to talking to are busy. And I feel like with this, it's going to put you in a state of mind of solitude to really reflect back on yourself. What is it that you are putting out and trying to, obtain as resources that you can give to yourself? Can you dig deep enough into yourself and find those same resources? Because I guarantee you that you are strong enough to show yourself this energy, but you've just been reluctant to. Maybe there's going to be a sense of meditation. Maybe there's going to be a sense of you understanding this of what I'm saying to you, and you are going to actually do it. You're actually going to put yourself to the test and actually improve on this quality. I really feel like this is just a spiritual journey for you to really self-discover things about you that maybe you never really realized that you can express, or never really realized that you can do for yourself, that you've always outreached for. It's almost like the same concept of like how most men feel like they can't be vulnerable, or feel like they can't show their feelings, or can't express what they're going through. It almost feels like that sense of energy where you're going to learn that you can express your emotions, you can express your feelings. It doesn't make you weak, it doesn't make you vulnerable. It just makes you human. It makes you understand that there is things to improve on, there is things to grow within yourself, and to really obtain the things that you are needing to, okay? It is time to celebrate the rewards. Let me pull out what pile number 1 needs to celebrate. What does pile number 1 need to celebrate here? We got the 9 of Cups. We got the 4 of Cups. Lastly, we have the 9 of Swords. Things that you doubt within yourself, things that you feel aren't typically to the standard of other people. I feel like it's important for you to realize that you have got to look within yourself of how you feel about things. You can't expect other people to approve of the things that you like and enjoy because you're different. You can't rely on other people's approval or satisfaction to determine how your satisfaction and enjoyment is. You can't let that be the controlling factor. You've got to be in the driver's seat. You've got to be the one controlling. It is time to celebrate the beautiful moments of your life, the fulfilling moments of your life, things that make you feel good. If you feel good about it, then you should celebrate it. If you love it, you should celebrate it. Give back to yourself first before other people give back to you. And the more that you do that, the more you'll attract that same type of love back to you. It will be an abundance of love back to you. So being able to celebrate yourself, your actions, your accomplishments, even if they're small, even if it's just waking up and getting out of bed, it could be something as small as that. And that's beautiful because now you're getting to enjoy the rest of your day. And that is something to celebrate, something beautiful. Let's go ahead and pull another oracle card for you, pile number 1. And we are going to determine, I've got another oracle deck here, what is this next spiritual quest leading pile number 1 to? Or is there any other thing that we need to hear about pile number 1's next spiritual quest? We got the focus on your health card. Wellness, active, radiant, and nourishment. Very interesting here that this comes out, because I genuinely feel like the reason why this card is coming out is because the more support that you show yourself, the more you're going to do for yourself, the actions that you're doing for yourself. Because not only are you in the end game of trying to help the world or help other people or make your life better, but you're also trying to do great things for you. You're trying to prosper. Maybe you're trying to make money. Maybe you're trying to live more comfortably. Maybe you're trying to be more emotionally fulfilled. There's a lot of things that maybe you are actually working towards for yourself. So the more that you are doing for yourself to help enable you, then you're going to succeed more. You're going to be able to put out more. You're going to be able to attract more. And that's going to be great, because it's like this. If you do not have a great car, and maybe your car has a lot of unreliable things going on, whether it's with the motor or with the transmission, or maybe you haven't changed the oil in a long time, or the brakes are going out or something, you can't trust that it's going to be reliable for you. You can't trust it to go out into the world and do the things that you request it to do. It is not a viable option. But if you had a more healthier car, maybe a brand new car that had everything spick and span and ready to go, then it's going to be a more reliable option. You're going to be able to do more things with it. And think of yourself that way, right? If you're able to do more things for yourself, show more appreciation to yourself, show more love to yourself, take care of yourself more, take care of your mental health more, take care of your subconscious more, your shadow, things of that nature, then you're going to be able to produce more of the right things, accomplish more things of that nature. So why does this focus on your health come out? What is this card about? Let's see. What does this have to do with this next spiritual quest? We got the Queen of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. So, not only if you know how to do this for yourself, you'll know how to do it for other people. Maybe that's going to be your specialty. Maybe that's going to be your next special quest for you to take on. Your next spiritual quest might be taking care of other people, or taking care of other people's mental health. But having boundaries and knowing when to do it and when not to do it is going to be the biggest thing. Because maybe you might find yourself already doing that. Maybe you're already used to being a people pleaser and understanding that. But maybe you actually don't understand it. Maybe you actually don't know how to take care of people. Maybe the reason why you keep getting caught into these circles of repeating the same thing over and over again, like people pleasing, is because maybe you're not doing it right. And maybe with taking care of yourself, you'll actually know how to give back to the people that are in your life, that are needing your help, needing your services. You'll have boundaries to these things, and you'll be able to do the right things for yourself. What is this teaching? Pile number 1. Why is this coming up? What is the grand scheme of things here? What is this leading to? 8 of Cups. 5 of Cups. And 8 of Pentacles. So, like I said, boundaries. It almost seems like this is setting you up for knowing how to propel yourself through your future. Knowing how to handle people of all different sorts. Knowing how to take on any challenge. Putting yourself first. Seeing the brighter side of things. Being able to take care of the negative things. And keep it moving. You're not getting stuck. You're not being stagnant. You're not getting trapped into the things that you may have been trapped into before. You're knowing when to walk away, to work harder, to accept things, to not accept things. You are learning more about the outcome of situations that are worth your time, worth your effort, and worth you putting your energy into it. A lot of crazy things can come from this. that can really help you shape up the idea of the future. All right, what is the end goal here for pile number 1? Got the 10 of Pentacles. Got the Death and Rebirth. Hanged Man. The 2 of Cups. I feel like this is building up a better connection and relationship with you, your future, your inner being, the things around you. It's going to make you second guess. It's going to make you question things. It's going to make you ask more questions about yourself and about your future. Maybe with your people-pleasing techniques, maybe you are not so much yourself. Maybe you aren't really looking at what you actually really want. And maybe this is going to change your personality. Maybe this is going to change your perception of your future or of your life. And maybe you're going to set up different goals for yourself. You're going to have a deeper knowing of who you are, what you want to be, how you want to handle people, what people you want to have around you, what people you want to attract. Maybe it might even change your perception of how you view your partner. Or maybe it's going to change how you view what you want in a partner. And it's going to better improve yourself, your state of mind, your state of consciousness, and how you act, how you want to be. It's going to change a lot of things for you. It's going to shape up your mind to being better suited for your journey, for your end goals, for your life experiences. Let's see if we can get a final message from the tarot cards. What final message does pile number 1 need to hear? We got the Sun. We got the Page of Wands. And we got the 4 Swords. Pile number 1, the final message here is that this is leading you to know what positive energy looks like, knowing how to create it for yourself, knowing how to give yourself a source of this positive energy to keep going back to that's reliable, that you're not having to outsource, to outreach. You're able to do it for yourself. You know what positive energy looks like and embodies within yourself. You're not having to go out and find it. You're able to give it to yourself. You're able to be alone and being happy with being alone. And you're able to protect yourself at all costs from anything that does not look like the positive energy that you have grown to know throughout this journey. You're going to be cautious. You're going to have your guard up. You're going to know your protections. You're going to know a lot more than when you started this spiritual journey, the spiritual quest. Your next spiritual quest, pile number 1, is that you are able to find yourself. You're able to find the true value within yourself, and you're not needing other people to find it for you. Let's get another oracle card to seal off this energy here. We got write a letter. Write a letter to your inner child. That is the final card here from the oracle deck. And what I see by that is being very sincere to yourself. When you were a child, you were probably the most happiest you've ever been because there wasn't anything pressuring you. There wasn't anything for you to really have to care about too deeply. You were probably really happy then. And I think what you need to do is you need to be sincere to yourself. Maybe it needs to be vice versa. Maybe your inner child needs to write a letter to you. Maybe your inner child needs to tell you how proud they are of you and what you have accomplished. And you need to really resonate with your inner child and investigate what good energies are you neglecting. Discover that for yourself. Be very sincere to yourself. Be very poetic. Really accept the good energy that you have and recognize it. Recognize what you have and celebrate it. Have a conversation. Where do you want to go in life? How do you want to treat yourself? How would your inner child want to be treated? How would you love the young version of yourself if they were your child? And express that to yourself, whether it's with a letter or just being able to meditate and talking to yourself. It is a beautiful thing to do. Let's see if I can resonate with your spiritual team to see if there's anything else that they would like to say. They feel like you have a strong defense mechanism within yourself that probably needs to be recalibrated and to let yourself in with yourself. Maybe you're not allowing yourself to resonate with yourself. Maybe you're too busy resonating with the outside world, and that you need to resonate more with yourself and what yourself thinks about the things that you do. Let that be the first judgment in all things and allow it to be the major priority in your life. So that way you have more control over your thoughts, feelings, emotions, fulfillment, and the celebrations. That's what I got for you, pile number 1. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this message resonates with you, and I hope to catch you in the next reading. Take care. Hello, my pile number 2s. Welcome into your section of the video. We're trying to figure out what your next spiritual quest is. Whether you have chosen the Oracle card or whether you have chosen the crystal, welcome into your section of the video. The Oracle card that is listed here for your pile is You Are Wanted. The caption underneath it says there is a home waiting within. We're going to try to figure out what your next spiritual quest is, what this card signifies about your next spiritual quest. We're going to do so by pulling the tarot. This card is very special, and if I was, doing this off a blank canvas, doing this without reading into the energy, I would have expected that this was talking about, self-discovery, finding yourself, things of that nature. And all those qualities could be true, but I think this has a bit of a deeper meaning. I feel like this is more so finding where you're supposed to be. And it doesn't say this, but I feel like it's talking about there is a home waiting for you within the path of this struggle. I feel like maybe you're currently going through a struggle just based off the energy. But towards the end of this path, maybe you're going to find a home that is waiting for you. There is a home on this path. Let's just get into the tarot. I could literally talk about the energy that I'm feeling for days, but let's go ahead and pull out tarot cards here. What is this card signifying here? What is the major thing about pile number 1's next spiritual quest? Or excuse me, pile number 2's next spiritual quest. What is the significance here? All right. We have the Tower. And then we have the Empress. Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful here. Just like I was saying, I feel like you're going through a struggle right now. Maybe things are feeling like they're collapsing. Maybe your home life isn't the greatest. Maybe your work life isn't the greatest. Maybe things going on with your friends and family just aren't the greatest. Depending on what you resonate with, you can speak for yourself in that category there. But I feel like the reason why you're going through a deeper struggle is that you are finding your own spiritual team. You're finding your own soul family. You're finding your home within this path of struggle. You're finding where you belong. You're finding the beauty in things. I feel like you have to go through this struggle to really understand or accept the beauty and the great feelings that it's going to feel like whenever you find this place. Maybe you are meant to move. Maybe you are meant to really restructure your life. And you will only accept the beauty and the happiness and the good things if you know what the bad things are. If you know what the negative things are. If you know what the ugly things are. You have to have something to compare it to. Or else maybe you won't realize that it feels good to you or maybe you won't realize that it's home to you. This is something that is being asked of you. Why is this being asked for pile number 2? Got the Magician. Got the 9 of Cups here. And then we have the Page of Swords. It seems to me that you have asked for something. You have asked for something in terms of either discovering your spiritual gift, discovering abundance, wealth, happiness. You've manifested something. You're trying to create something for yourself. You're trying to create your life the way that you would like it to be. And I feel like you are the one that has kind of set this in motion more so than maybe the contract you've signed before you came to this life, or maybe, more so than your spiritual team that are trying to help you put this in motion. I feel like you have asked for this. You have wanted this. Maybe you've not wanted the struggle, but what you have asked for, there's a certain path that you have to take to get to that abundance that you're asking for. And that includes the struggle that you're going through right now. You've got to take some things that you don't want or some things that you don't expect along with this journey, learn from it, become better, become more aware of what is going on and what is transpiring within yourself, and being more observant to what you're coming upon. If you are familiar with old Western movies or TV shows or anything like that, I'm sure you've seen scenarios where people have come up on old towns or old camps. They don't know exactly what they are approaching. They just see a sign of life. And sometimes they might approach, they might find something negative. They might find something obscure. They might find something hateful and dangerous. And then sometimes they might find something that is relatively good and inspiring and rejoiceful and loving and caring. You are almost in that element. You've got to know what it is that you're approaching, really understand the significance of it. And I feel like you will not understand that unless you go through finding something that is not meant for you or finding something that is dangerous. And then you'll be able to discover your home. You'll be able to find it. You'll be able to find who or where you're supposed to be. All right, let's pull some extra cards here. What is this really teaching? Pile number 2. What is this teaching? Pile number 2. We got King of Swords in reverse. We got the 9 of Wands. We got the 9 of Pentacles. A lot of 9s here. And then we have the 5 of Cups. Very interesting. A lot of 9s. 9 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, which leaves the 9 of Swords. Gotcha. So, that could be the biggest struggle for you, is an internal struggle of wondering why you're going through this, of not having the wherewithal to understand what is transpiring for you, what you're going through, why you're going through it. You don't have a single clue. And I think the reason why you're going through this, like I said, you created this. This is a path that you have asked to go down. Is the end result for you is that you are going to understand more about yourself. You're going to understand more about your strength, more about your courage, more about what you will fight for. And you are not going to learn more to make you smarter. You are going to learn more about yourself emotionally, mentally, things of that nature, maybe even physically. And you're going to learn what it's like to resonate with yourself, what it's like to resonate with your intuition, what it's like to resonate with your feelings, what feels good, what doesn't feel good. You're going to know more about your internal being throughout this process of knowing how to overcome things, knowing what's dangerous, what's good, what's bad, what's hateful, what's energy draining, what's going to help love you, things of that nature. You're going to discover much more about that. And it's going to make you not necessarily need anyone else, even though I feel like you're going to be finding more people. Like I said, maybe even your soul tribe or even your spiritual team. Maybe you aren't spiritually connected to your spiritual team. Maybe you will be able to. But I feel like deep down inside, you will be able to find where you're supposed to belong, who you're supposed to belong with, and who you are. Why you are here on earth. What is your purpose? Maybe you're going to be finding your purpose. All right, I'm going to pull another oracle card here. For pile number 2, what do they need to know more about this next spiritual quest? Is there any other details about the spiritual quest that they need to know about? Ooh, spirit relationships. Interesting. Intuition, connections, signs, inspiration. So yeah, like I said, for some of you, I feel like maybe you are not connected with your spirit team. Maybe you are going to be more fluently connected by the end of this. Maybe you are going to know more about overall energies. Let's go ahead and pull more clarification about this card. What does this card signify? What does this card mean for pile number 2? What does it relate to them? We got Justice. And we've got the 8 of Wands. I don't think it's necessarily that you're running out of time, but I kind of feel like time isn't necessarily on your side with this, because maybe you're kind of being pushed into the fire. Maybe you're being pushed into the deep end to learn how to swim, kind of thing. But I feel like the more that you keep going, the more that you keep trying, the more that you keep fighting for what you feel resonates with you, the faster it's going to pick up, the faster the pace is going to get. You are well trained to take this on. This might even be a recalling for you, pile number 2. And that might be the reason why it's going fast in this case scenario. But I feel like this is very, very influential. I feel like this next step for you is going to be clarity, more so for what you're needing to learn to take you on to the bigger quest for yourself. You might even have a bigger purpose that you probably shouldn't really dig into too deeply right now for. You should just take on what you're being shown here of getting to the right place, getting to the right connections, opening yourself up to the right energies, knowing what the right energies are, knowing what the wrong energies are, feeling connected with your emotions. Like I said, you need to know when danger is approaching. You need to know when good things are approaching. So that way you use your own discernment in situations. We got the Ace of Pentacles, the 8 of Cups, and the Moon card. I feel like going through this, you're going to create a great foundation for yourself. You're going to really resonate with the things that you're supposed to and walk away from the things that you don't feel. Because there's a lot of wrong people in this world. There's a lot of people that try to manipulate, to try to guide in the wrong ways. They come from the wrong angles. Maybe they are misinformed themselves and they are just preaching something that they feel very informed about. But I feel like you're going to really resonate with your subconscious and with your own intuition and with things that you know that speak to you and walking away from things that don't. knowing what's true and what's false, having that mental clarity, having the understanding of what's fictitious and what is not. You're just going to be more consciously driven in this case scenario. You're going to be more aware. You're going to be more in tune. Maybe more in tune with the moon. I feel like this is opening you up to more awareness. That maybe there's more to this world than you really actually know exists. Let's ask the cards here. What is this kind of opening pile number 2 up to towards the future? What is this opening them up to? Spirit is saying there's not a lot to really cover on this question, but they're more than willing to talk about it. They want you to really focus on what you're going through right now and not necessarily get too far ahead into the future. You got the Four of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, the Emperor, and the Seven of Swords. I feel like your opportunities are limitless. But with those opportunities, there's definitely a lot of deceit. There's a lot of, like I said, egotistical energies out there that will try to persuade you to do things the wrong way. And I think it's in your best interest to feel like you have the opportunity to do whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is that you set your mind to, whatever it is that you feel spiritually called to. But allow that to be your spiritual calling. Do not allow someone to project to you saying, hey, do this. You'll be great at it. You need to resonate with it. That's why it's so important to get in tune with your own energies, with your own knowledge, within your own knowing of what you feel resonates and what doesn't. So that way you can move to the right direction. So that way you protect your spiritual abilities, your spiritual gifts, your spiritual knowledge. Don't allow other things to be tainted by other egotistical people out there that are trying to control their path, manipulate others to do good things for themselves, to act as pawns to their own story. Because most likely those people are living within negative energy. Most likely those people are not actually doing the right things through spirit. They're taking advantage of what they know so they can take advantage of other people. So be careful with that. And I think that's kind of like what spirit is leading you towards, is so that way you don't get into a traffic jam like that and having a zombie apocalypse come and attack you while you're in a traffic jam. That's kind of the energy that I'm feeling off of it. So what final messages from the tarot cards does pile number 2 need to hear of this overall energy? We got the World. We got the Fool. And we got the Ten of Pentacles. Your life is not going to be as normal as you see on TV, as normal as you see other people live. Your life is special, pile number 2. You have a lot to give to this world, to this universe. You have a lot of special requests that you could potentially fulfill for yourself, a lot of dreams that you wish to fulfill for yourself. Allow yourself to be creative. Allow yourself to be unique. Allow yourself, like I said, to resonate with the things that you're supposed to, and let them develop into your long-term plans, your long-term goals, your motivation, your ambition. Find the home where you're supposed to live, because that's who you're supposed to be discovering. Who is pile number 2? What are they capable of? What are they dreaming? What are they inspiring to be? Allow yourself to be you and to resonate with you. Discover these energies about yourself. Discover what you're supposed to be learning throughout this struggle. Discover the things that we have talked about so far within this reading. Let's go ahead and pull one last oracle card for you. The final send-off with the cards. And then I'll try to resonate with any other messages that Spirit is trying to channel in for you directly. What last message does pile number 2 need to hear? We actually got 2 cards for you. You do not have to go it alone. Reach out for support in this time. Emotions are reflection. Look for the deeper meaning. That is, a beautiful thing to see. Because, like I said before, your spiritual team is trying to connect with you. Your spiritual team is trying to really find you to help you along this process without you having to go it alone. They are trying to make sure that you know the right things. That's why the emotions are the reflection. Look for the deeper meaning. Is because you need to discover these energies for yourself. You need to resonate with the energies of what you feel is calling to you. Like I said, for some of you, it's going to be an easy recallment. You're going to know. You're going to understand what it is that's right and wrong. You'll discover all these things through this next spiritual quest. And I believe in you, pile number 2. Let's go ahead and try to channel in some messages here. What does pile number 2 need to hear from their spiritual team? Yes, they're saying that they are trying to connect with you. They want to connect even deeper through meditation, through solitude. Cut out the noise, cut out the chatter. Allow them to speak to you. So that way you know what is fulfilling to you. They want to help with that. Maybe you don't necessarily know what's going to fulfill you deeply on an emotional level, spiritual level. And they want to help guide you in that direction. Whatever you feel that resonates, there's no pressure from them. They're not trying to guide you for their own sake. They want you to resonate with your own spiritual calling, your own spiritual journey, maybe even a contract that you've signed beforehand, before coming to this life, things of that nature. They are with you. They love you. Yes, that's what they have to say, majorly. So hopefully this resonates with you, pile number 2. Thank you so much for being here. I hope to catch you in the next reading. Take care. Hello, my pile number 3s. Welcome into your section of the video, whether you have chosen the oracle card listed here in front of you, or whether you have chosen the Smoky Quartz crystal. Welcome into your section of the video. You have chosen the Be Still card. Cultivate a space of stillness and silence to just be. This is a very powerful card, and we are trying to figure out what your next spiritual quest is going to be. From this card alone, I'm already feeling the energy of just you needing a place to be still. You needing a place to really obtain your energy and only your energy, such as like meditation or just surrounding yourself with your own positive energy or giving yourself time to really make choices and decisions. But to get clarification on this card, let's go ahead and pull some tarot cards. What is this next spiritual quest for pile number 3? What is the main dialogue here? What do they need to know about it? All right. Got the King of Pentacles. And we've got the 5 of Swords. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Maybe there is a lot of influence around you. Pile number 3. Maybe you need mental clarity. Maybe you need your own understanding of your goals, ambitions, dreams, those things. You need to understand what's distracting you. You need to understand what's bothering your energies. You need to know what your energy is. Being still and understanding what your energy is like, what your energy needs to be, what's affecting you, what needs to go in your life, what needs to come into your life. You've got to find a place where you can do that. You've got to have that place that you can go to not just one time and be done with it, but a place where you can do it multiple times, maybe even once a week or twice a week, multiple times a month. Like, don't restrict yourself to only doing it one time and being done. Allow yourself to have this in some sort of routine for yourself. Allow yourself to be comfortable. If that is a room within your home, allow that to be your zen. Allow that to be a place where you can come into and really enjoy the space, really enjoy your energy, leave the other energies of the world outside of yourself, and really resonate with the things that you need to improve upon or need to really do. Because I feel like there's a lot of influential energy in your life that maybe they're telling you what you need to do for a job. Maybe they're telling you what you need to do for your next project or next hobby. Or maybe they're telling you what to do for the whole week. Maybe they're just telling you how to be. Maybe they're telling you how to live. Maybe they're telling you how to feel. These are things that you should not put up with. These are things that you need to know for yourself and have more control over your own being. So let's go ahead and pull some cards to even deepen this conversation here. Why is pile number 3 having to go through this? Why is pile number 3 having to go through this? We got the King of Cups. We got the Four of Wands. And we got the Eight of Wands. Very interesting card selection here. And I think what this relatively means is that there is no sense of freedom. Things are kind of passing you up. Things are kind of lessening the opportunity for you to do things. You're restricted. You are not emotionally connected with yourself. You're not maybe even involved into your intuition. You are literally not connected with what you should feel or should see. And opportunities are passing you by. Opportunities that could potentially be good for you. And, normally they say that the right things will not pass you by. But maybe it's just the variant of these things that are passing you by that would be great opportunities for you. I feel like there's a lack of freedom. I feel like there's a lack of good radiant energy to your home life, good radiant energy to your goals and your dreams and the connections that you have for yourself. Maybe there's no freedom for you to actively speak your mind, speak your truth, speak your words. Maybe you're holding back your opinions to said people that are controlling you. Maybe you feel like your opinion doesn't matter because you're not really taking control or resonating with your feelings or emotions. And you need to have a place where you can go to really filter through and go through the files, go through the thoughts of why you are feeling these ways, how you can improve, how you can actually speak your mind, how you can actually approach things that might be a struggle to you. What is the overall outcome of this for pile number 3? You have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, the Judgment card, the Queen of Cups, and the Page of Wands. So, realistically, I feel like this is going to limit the say-so, limit the cooperation in your life. It doesn't it makes you more independent. It makes you more focused on your own feelings, on nurturing yourself, on taking care of yourself the right way. It influences a lot of your divine feminine energy, such as creativity, intuition, spontaneity, things of that nature. And you are limiting cooperation from other people. You need to know what a healthy cooperation is like with other people. So maybe this has to do with not only figuring out the energies within yourself, figuring out what the best thing is for you to do, but maybe it's also limiting the wrong people in your life. Maybe you are able to attract the right people into your life. And knowing what a healthy relationship is, a healthy connection is, a healthy support team is, and you can move forward knowing much more about it. I feel very strongly that you need to know who the people are around you, what effect that they have on you, and how they can be improved. How can they be better? How can you replace X, Y, and Z over here with A, B, and C that has more of a positive outlook on life, that has more of a positive influence, more helpful energy to you, when X, Y, and Z is someone that just subjects their opinion onto you and expects you to be kind of controlled by them and kind of execute things that they ask you to do. Kind of having a backbone, it seems. At this time, I'm going to pull another oracle card. What does pile number 3 need to know more about this next spiritual quest, or is there more to this spiritual quest that we need to know about? We've got your desires are within reach. Faith, patience, excitement, relief. Maybe there's some burdens on you right now. Maybe there's things limiting you to your future goals. And I feel like the more you dedicate to yourself, the more faith that you put into yourself to stand up for yourself, that you are going to get closer to what you dream of, what you desire of, what your goals are. And you are going to block out any sort of draining energy, any sort of controlling energy, any sort of negative energy. So that way you can fulfill yourself with this positive excitement, with this positive radiant energy. What does this card have to do with pile number 3? What does this mean to their spiritual quest? The Wheel of Fortune. The Ace of Cups. I realistically see this as being something that is kind of being returned back to you in your favor. Giving more of a steady support to you, giving you more control of what it is you need to accept, what it is that you need to put onto your plate. Because I feel like if you stretch yourself out, you are going to limit yourself moving forward. You're going to limit your energies. You need to be more included within yourself, be more in control of what affects you, be more in control of the good things or the bad things. What is in your cup? What do you want to bring within yourself and into your life, into your routine? What do you want your life to be shaped up to being like? I feel like this is kind of shaping you up to understanding the BS in life. Being able to not stand up for any BS in your life. Why is this card coming out to pile number 3? What is the significance here? So we got the Hermit, Seven of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. Without sunlight, you cannot grow trees, crops, plants, grass, anything. You can't grow it without sunlight. And if you are willing to allow the moon to be the only source of light that you have, and allow other dark energy to affect you, to leave you in a darker place to where nothing grows, then you're not going to be able to obtain what it is that you seek. Being able to clear out any dark energies within yourself or within your inner circle or people around you or anything like that, being able to clear out any dark energies that are affecting you mentally, physically, emotionally, will help you grow what it is that you actually want to grow. So I feel like right now within your spiritual quest, you are kind of being asked to filter through any negative energies that you don't have to put up with and allow those to be replaced with positive energies so you can keep going on your journey. Know who's around you. Ask questions. Is there people around you that you really don't know their true energies, their true benefit? Could there be people that are weighing you down without you even realizing it? Ask questions. Where is pile number 3 going to end up outside of this? What are they shooting for here? That Queen of Wands mentality. Wow. The Emperor. Nine of Wands. And the Three of Cups. Wow, yeah. You are shooting for being in control. You've got to take control. You've got to take leadership. You've got to take the effort of your own energies to know what is best for you, to know what is going to drive you, to know what's going to influence you in the great positive way. How are you going to get to the positive results that you're looking for? By knowing what your true passion is, what the true elements are within that passion, figuring out what needs to go, what needs to stay, what can influence you, what cannot influence you, what has an effect on you, what doesn't have an effect on you. Know what you are. Know where you're going. Know who you are. And don't allow things to knock you off that course. Don't allow things to persuade you to think otherwise. Allow yourself to know what your goal is and know what is helpful information and what is not helpful information. Just because someone has a difference of opinion doesn't mean that it's a bad tip, but you have to decipher where it's coming from. You have to understand more so of the intent or the purpose of these other external informations. So that way you can use them as building blocks to help you. So that way you can use the energy to help you and grow it. Allow the passion to grow even more. All right, what's the end result for pile number 3 here overall in the spiritual quest? Got the Page of Pentacles, the Devil, the Chariot. This is going to be creating exponential movement for you. Pile number 3, letting go of any obstructions, letting go of any energy that is draining you or any people that are draining your energy. Being able to offer yourself protection, being able to be one within your energy and to be solid, to be protected, to be feeling good about yourself, to really embrace your qualities, your personality, your benefit, your goals, your understanding of you being priority in your life. You need to be priority in your life. You need to accept that. You need to let go of the things that don't service you or that hold you back. Know what the energies are around you. Know the people that are within your circle that could be affecting you poorly. and get a better handle on it. That's what I'm seeing for you. I'll pull one more oracle card here, and then we'll try to channel in any last messages from your spirit team. What does pile number 3 need to hear from this oracle deck as a final message? Disappointment is not the end. There is hope even in the darkest of nights. So like I said, maybe there is some energy that you are dealing with that you are not looking at it the right way. Maybe there is some negative energy that you feel is being pushed into your general direction that might not even be negative energy. But you have to really understand the intentions and where it's coming from. That's what you have got to get better at. That's your spiritual quest, is really understanding where things are coming from, how they should be interpreted, how it's going to help you, and where it can move you in that direction. That can lift you up, even if it might not be what you want to hear. You've got to listen to the honesty and the reality of things, even if it might not be in your ultimate favor. Decipher these energies, get better at understanding them, get better at acknowledging them, and let it fill you up to better yourself overall. Let's go ahead and try to channel any messages from Spirit. Anything Spirit needs to say. Let go of your ego and walk within the path of light here. Pile number 3. Prioritize yourself. Lift yourself up to the standard that you want to be walking in. Even if it's not your idea, even if it's not your own energy that helps you grow into something better, doesn't mean that you can't be proud of it. So allow yourself to improve. Don't limit yourself. Allow yourself to improve. Allow yourself to grow. And allow yourself to be better. And in the end, the overall energy you'll be proud of. And you'll have the great energies around you that support you in the right ways to also be proud of you, to also rejoice, to also be in that 3 of Cups energy of being excited for you and happy for you, because they get to win too, because you're an important piece in their life and they get to see you happy and excited. They want what's best for you too. And it's for you to decide who these energies are and how they contribute. That is your next spiritual quest, pile number 3. I hope this resonates with you. Thank you so much for being here. I hope to catch you on the next reading. Take care.